Howdy, Possum Patty, little Miss Titi here. Hello. And yes, it is hashtag Tea Tuesday. And I have my Mad Hatter's Tea Party Little Golden Book journal in which I am putting sister adventures in, hashtag Four Sisters Cafe. And it's time to do a Tea Tuesday, so come on along. Well, I couldn't wrangle the sisters up to get a group shot, so I took secret pictures when they weren't looking. And there's baby sister there. We had soup for lunch. I love the little purple tulips on the table. And sister number 2. Not knowing I was taking pictures. And then sister number 3, I didn't get it all, but she sent me this because she was at a basketball game and she got on the Jumbotron. So I put a little sticker there. Who's this? And there she was on the Jumbotron. I thought that was funny. And I did get a picture with me and Mom right there. So those are the 4 pictures I'm going to use. And this is a ring-bound journal with a lot of rings. 2, 4, it's got 6 rings. I don't know why I put so many. Probably next time maybe I'll do 4. I don't think I need 6. I don't know why I put 6. Except for it does make a really fun spine if you add all these rags to it. And this is just a study in black and white and color with absolutely fun shaped pages. This one's the shape of a teacup. This one's in the shape of birthday cake. And that was February. So this is the March Sisters tea. And everybody's been scraping paint, and you know, I've never scraped paint. I've never scraped paint. So I thought maybe I would give it a try to make some background painty papers, and then maybe I'll make a few of the papers and then cut them to a shape to fit into the journal. Just take out a couple of papers. I'm using this Grumbusher Mixed Media 98 pound medium texture. Throw that on the floor. Okay, so I got things here I need to move as usual. And I guess I need some acrylic paint. So let me go get that. Okay, I've got some napkins, I've got a card to scrape with, and I had bought one at the Dollar Tree, you know, the white one, and I don't know where it is. I guess I need to clean off the desk again. I put down this plastic mat here so that I can wipe it clean. I got out some of these acrylics. These actually were under the desk. And I know I want a green, you know, because I showed you the tulips in that picture, and I was thinking, can I scrape some tulips? But I would need a purple, and here's a purple right here, and a green. I got a couple of greens for the stems, and I got some white. Now, I've never scraped paint, so I don't know what makes me think I can scrape tulips. So, oh, I got that white. You know, I wanted to try that white that I got from Temu, but you know what? I've got whites that are already open, so I better not open that one yet. All right, so this means I would have to scrape up green and then scrape violets and lavenders at the top. Oh, and then I could, when they dry, sketch on them and then, or I could cut them out and then put them on a paper for the journal. Some kind of paper for the journal. No, I'm making all these plans and I've never done this before. All right, so I thought I had 2 greens here. Yeah, I do. All right, so this looks like a grass green. Green light permanent. So I guess you put some paint. There's going to be a lot of experimenting here. This is a phthalo green yellow shade. Or I could just make 1 page green scrapes and use that to cut out the stems, and then take 1 page and scrape out purples and cut those into tulips. Well, I probably could scrape with my palette knife, couldn't I? Those painters do that, right? They scrape with their palette knives. Oops. Already, I've got my fingers into it. All right, let's try the card, though, first. All right, so. Ooh. Oh, I see. It collects on the back of the card. Ooh. I'm sorry, I'm just really into this. I've never done it before. Not that I can remember. Have I done this before? No, I don't think so. Ooh, I could really make some painty paper backgrounds with this. There's one. I guess you could make a whole bunch of these papers, couldn't you? All right, now I'm going to clean off my card. I'm going to clean that green. Clean the green off. And get ready to scrape. I know Janet Nash is doing prompts, and I think they did a scrape a rainbow, and I was watching a few people scrape rainbows, and oh, that was so beautiful. So beautiful. All right. Oh, I've still got green on this. Don't need that there. Okay. Dioxazine purple. Okay, and then I've got, this one's called Brilliant Purple, but it looks like lavender. Doesn't look like purple at all. And then this one says Prism Violet. And these are Dick Blick colors. You get a whole bunch of little samples in a large pack. I got this for Christmas a couple of years ago. And some of my fave colors are getting towards the end. There was one yellow green that I just loved. No, it was called green gold. Green gold. Oops. And this is just the very inexpensive student grade acrylic from the craft store. Oops. There's always an oops. That's why I put out the plastic mat. Come on. Oops. 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 All right. Didn't want all that white there, but that's okay. All right, let's see what happens with this. Ooh, look at those brilliant colors. I guess it's very easy to put out too much paint, but that's okay because there is more paper. There is more paper. I feel like I want to do another green one. All right, so I'm going to take paint from this paper and put it on this paper. I'm sorry I'm so quiet, but I'm just fascinated by this whole process here. So I hope you're just enjoying it along with me. Wow. Wow. Just where I can see the paint is like really blobby. Just trying to scrape some of that. Move it around over here because I know that's going to take a really long time to dry. And what are these? Look at this where I globbed the paint down to start with. It left these interesting little dots there. Okay, these will be the tulip petals. Oh, I want to make a lighter one, and then I want to make a yellow or green one. We could be here all day just doing this part. Well, the easy part will be just sticking the pictures on the page and doing some journaling. But it's the painty part that is super fun. All right, let me stick to the purples while I got purple on my knife. So I'm just going with the lighter colors because the dark purple kind of really overtook that purple page, even though I put white. Want some contrast. Here we go with the white again. See if I can get it not to, nope, can't get it not to blob too much, can I? Some of this is, I'm just all kinds of acrylic paint. Some is heavy body, some is soft body, some is artist grade, some is student grade. Yeah, I want this just to be sort of white, a little bit of lavender. Like this. I'm sorry, I'm just having an interesting time here. All right, one more, and I'm not going to use the dark green, I'm just going to use the lighter colors. And then I'm going to give these papers a few minutes to dry. Are you supposed to scrape in both directions? One direction. Cross scrape. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Okay, maybe start another one. I did one straight up and down like this. Willy-nilly. Willy-nilly. Okay, let's let these dry. Tea break while the paper's dry. Yerba Buena spearmint. These were so fun. This was a gift from my son and his friend, and I'd never seen tea bombs before. I didn't know what they were. So I opened up the box. You know, it looked like candy. And if you look at it closely, you can see like some dried flowers. So I thought this whole thing was the tea. So I dropped it in. Oh, I was just about to drop it in, and I saw that there was, a tea tag. I think there's a name for that. There was a tea tag on there, and a string, and I wanted to drop it into my glass teapot, and I thought, well, maybe I should pull the string off. And then I looked closer, and there's a tea bag inside the tea bomb. But the dried flowers are on the outside of the tea bomb, and the tea bag is inside the tea bomb. So I'm thinking, well, what is the tea bomb made from? Oh, well, this one is lemongrass. This one's lemongrass, and I think 7 blossoms. Ooh, I just grabbed one out because they all look good. This one is manzanilla chamomile. And this one is hibiscus. And this one is cinnamon. Canela cinnamon. Oops. Canela cinnamon. Some of them are in 2 languages. That looks French. Is that French? Or maybe that's chamomile in 2 different languages. So yeah, so it came with directions. And so now I'm looking at the directions, and first ingredient is sugar. So I'm thinking that the bomb, the round bomb with the little dried flowers in it, which is beautiful, is the sugar part somehow. Somehow they made a bomb around the tea bag. Place a flavored tea bomb in a mug, add 1 to 2 cups of hot water, steep for 2 to 3 minutes, stir until dissolved. And they're herbal, which is good for me. Things flying on the floor here. Well, I thought I'd make the tea for Tea Tuesday, but I want to put this in my other journal, in my regular journal this was a gift, so I want to put this in my other journal. So I'll probably take a picture of these tea bombs here, and then put these cards in my journal, because this was a happy birthday present. So I love it. It's so different. Has anybody ever had a tea bomb on their Tea Tuesday? Comment below if you know of somebody who has a tea bomb on their Tea Tuesday. Super fun. All right, so I'm going to go back to the other camera. I think first I'm going to make the background page, and I'm going to make it this large. So we're going to move the journal out of the way. I think I will have the tulips coming up over the top of the page. Something like I did with this one. So I'm going to cut this down. Maybe to about there. Okay, I made it the full size of the page. This mixed media paper pad, it has these like planner pages where you can take them out and then stick them back in again, but I'm not sticking them back in. Do I want to cut that? I almost want to rip this for some reason. Make the top a little organic. Oh, but I do want to mark the holes. Come back here, come back here. Because the holes have to line up. And since I'm going to put the flowers on top, maybe I'll do some kind of black and white pattern in the background. Which means I need to get my markers out. Okay, a short break and I am back. And I have no idea how I'm going to do this. So let's just have at it. That looks like it could be the leaves. That's the flower. It's extra paint. So the stems, I don't know how many, I don't know how big. I'm not going to draw. I'm just going to cut. Tulip leaves are a little wide, aren't they? Maybe a little more narrow at the top. That is a big leaf. Don't worry about it. We can always trim it down. Wider at the bottom. That is really wide. Too pointy. Now I got to get at least 3 because, you know, 3 is the magic number. Oh, I was making... Mamma mia! Okay, let's start again. I was making stems out of that, and I cut leaves. Mamma mia. All right, so we're going to have dark stems. We're going to have some dark stems. Yes. Walking and chewing gum here. Walking and chewing gum. All right, so we're going to make 3 stems. I just thought these were really pretty leaves, but look what I did. Or I could switch it up. And I gotta be careful because this is all the paper I made. This is all the paper I made. All right, let's see, keep going. All right, we want 3. All right, that looks very busy, but that's okay. That is okay. I love this. Look at this. I just kicked the bucket. Look at that. I love that. I love that. I love that. You like my polka dotted background? Look at all those possum perfect circles. Yeah, possum perfect circles. Did you know a circle was perfect, but the world isn't round? All right, now we're going to do the petals. You hear banging at the door? I don't know how much the camera picks up, but let me go see who's knocking. Who's at my door? And it's Miss Stinky Winky Woos. Hello, Miss Stinky Winky Woos. Come on. We got some work to do. Come on. Come on. We got some work to do. All right, enough playing with the cat. Let's get some of these flowers on here. Yeah. Cut that in half. And make some tulip petals. Should put the big one up the top. Oh, I made a lot of purple. I should have made more green. Okay, now I get the light purple. And I'm going to make the side petals. If you notice, I am not, I'm not measuring, I'm not drawing. I am just cutting. Let's see. When I get this organized and get it glued down, it will look a little better. I promise. I promise. Okay, I'm sort of trimming and gluing as I go along here. So I got the little one on, and I'm going to trim the stem. And I think I'll do the one that goes over here and put the middle one towards the front. Someone once told me that I was more an illustrator than an artist because I like to put black lines around everything. And I didn't know there was a difference between being an artist and an illustrator. It's always good to make everything just a little bit bigger because you can trim it down. Way easier than making it smaller is way easier than trying to make it bigger. Right. Yes, the hoodie that I wear around the house does have unicorns and rainbows. Because how do you expect journaling magic to happen without unicorns and rainbows? All right, last one. Oop, I guess I better put the stem. It was a very quiet visit. We just met over my sister's, had a little visit with Mom, had our soup for lunch, and came back. A nice quiet time. I have an idea for this part that's poking up. Put some, come on, glue. Put some glue on it. And gotta glue this down. And I'll just trim across the top like that. It looks like the flower's poking up on the other side. All right. Don't ruin it, Bosom Betty. This is black glaze pen. It's shiny and a little dimensional. And I don't know that it's even going to show up on this purple. Now, the reason I'm making purple tulips was because of the purple tulips on the table at my sister's house. Now, this will smudge because it is dimensional. So you want to make sure it's dry before you touch it. I'm going over these lines because I can see there's not much ink on them. This is my last full Sakura black glaze pen. Oh, I have to order some. Well, this was a fun experiment. But I still have to do my journaling and put the pictures on here, don't I? Yes, I do. White jelly roll. Let's see, who likes to use the white gel pen? Hello, Amy. Okay, it's not really doing too much on this paper though. Not too much. Okay. That is crazy enough. I think I'm going to put Mom I could put us all in the back. Give this a second to dry. There, like a little window. Like we're peeking through the little window there. Okay. I feel like I've been doing this all day. Because I have been doing this all day. So I have 3 more pictures to put on here. And this was March 9th. And this sister was there, but for some reason I don't have her picture. You know, you got to get used to photo documenting everything. I only have 1 purple page. Yep. Yippers. Well, I was doing my laundry. I was watching Janet Nash live. I walked to get the mail with Mr. Possum. I made all these scrapey papers. Did my tea time for Tea Tuesday. Busy, busy day. Oh, and I had to practice my song. Tomorrow's keyboard lessons. And you got to get up and play in front of a dozen people. So it's good to practice the song just a little bit before you get there. I'll warm up in the morning. All right, we got 3 pictures going on here. Just like that. Of course, now I have to glue these down because I stuck them to those papers. So I'm going to get my glue paper back. First one on is this one. Where's the holes? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I forgot about the holes. I'll just repunch those. I'll repunch them. No problem. All right. Pen, 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 pen. Sister lunch. I don't know, but this pen is working really well on this side of the page. Look how black and shiny that is. Wow. D on the Jumbotron. I hope that's what it's called. The Jumbotron. Well, that's what I'm calling it. At basketball. Sister lunch at Kathy's. Soup time. March 9th, 2023. And I gotta let this dry. And one sister wants to come up here because there's a goat farm down the street from us. It's called Our Kids Farm. And they have a little shop and they sell all kinds of handmade, homemade kind of products there. You know, like local honey and let this dry. Soap made out of goat's milk, things like that. Yeah. Wouldn't it be fun to put my tea bag tab. There's a name for these things. I looked it up once too. I could punch another hole. Get that hole puncher out again. Get that hole puncher out again. And just don't want to punch my sister's picture. All right, somewhere in there. Okay. This was my tea from my Tea Tuesday. And just let it kind of free float around. Oh, these probably need to get sharpened. Okay. Oh, you know what would be really cute? is to put a butterfly on here. Wait, stand by. Or a dragonfly. This is the first thing I grabbed. This was the first thing I grabbed. These Dollar Tree stickers. You can see the names on both sides, so I could put this on one side and have it floating around there. Just like that. Now, isn't that fun? Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Well, I don't know about you, but this is taking me all this is taking me all day, like I said, between all those things that I was doing today, in and out. So all I have to do is open up the rings, and I put way too many rings in here. I think I was thinking about putting ties on each ring, so the more rings you have, the more ties you can make. Come on, cooperate. I know it's getting late, but you can cooperate. Did I go for tall? Yes, I did. A little bit taller than the other flowers. But I love it. I love it, I love it. Look. Look at those tulips. Thank you so much, everybody who has been scraping paint. Because this was my first time. I've got my journaling, and I finally got my March page in here. This was the Feb page. This is the March page. Okay, so, and this is kind of journal is always finished because you put the pages in as you do them, so there's no empty pages. Of course, I can make this a lot fatter. I'm not going to leave it like this, you know me. It's got to be a chunky monkey or a fatty patty. Look at these awesome layers. On there. Okay. All right, so I'll let you go because it's been quite a while. So thanks for coming along today, and I want to wish everybody happy Tea Tuesday, no matter what you're drinking, and happy junk journaling. Bye-bye.